That's right, YouTube. It is Master of Puppets time. I have Stranger Things to thank for this because the internet's going crazy right now trying to figure out this young generation that's never heard this amazing music before wants to learn how to play Master of Puppets, so here we go. Master of Puppets hit on so many levels to so many people because it expanded a metal band to everyone. My mother, who listened to mostly very southern rock at most, loved Metallica. I will never forget the day I came into the house and she had Enter Sandman on, blasting while she was cleaning. That's how awesome this song is. Everybody likes Metallica. It's not just metal guys, they're a sick band. The problem you guys are going to have is this song is not very easy to play. In fact, some parts of it are quite difficult. Until you get down the picking and the timing, this song is all about rhythm. The way this song opens is all with power chords and this descending riff that goes. The next part has 3 power chords, starting on the 10th fret, ring finger on the 12th fret. You're just going to shift them down 1 fret at a time. So. The next part is where the picking starts going crazy. Now, the way Hetfield does this all the way down is all downstrokes, every piece of it. There's parts of this that I actually alternate pick just because it's just such a habit to me, but there's other parts that if you try to alternate pick, it makes it actually much more difficult. So that lick. Then the next part is just descending notes all the way down the E string. So I suggest working on that first part a lot because that rhythm is all the way down. That riff, that. So you guys can see what I'm doing here. That's the rhythm you have to get down. So I suggest practice just starting if you're struggling with that, just start with just the open E. Try to add some notes. I also think it's important to use your middle finger on that run down the neck, because here's why. The next riff starts at the bottom here on the 1st fret, so it's much easier if your hand's already in position. So if you use your middle finger to go down the neck, you can see my hand's already in position. So that descending riff starts on the 7th fret. So far we have So the next riff is probably one of the most challenging in the song because of the downstrokes. The downstrokes, to play it up to speed anyway. To play it slow is actually pretty easy. So for this part, make sure you're palm muting and you're gonna play an open E, and then on the first fret with your index finger, and then on the A string, you're gonna play on the second fret, the third fret, and the fourth fret. And between every one of those notes, you're gonna do the same. So it's gonna go. That one has 2. And then this. What's important for this riff is it's 2 power chords. That's all it is. On the third fret, you're gonna play this G. Slide down to the second fret. However, they slide down to open strings. So you can see how I'm just... And it's important that you mute between them. This is what I was talking about. There's a bunch of awesome stuff in this song, and some of it's kind of hard. Some of it requires a lot of practice. This is not a song you're going to play easily. If you're just starting out with the guitar, you're going to have to really work at this one. So you're going to start with the open E, then index finger on the first fret. You're going to go on the A string to the second fret. Same thing again, open E, index finger on the first fret, and then to the third fret on the A string. And then you're going to do the same thing again on the fourth fret on the A string. Then the other thing he does, instead of hitting the 2 notes, he plays a power chord right there. So he'll go. The other variation of this he does at the end is, instead of just going, he does it twice. The verse little riffs he does, he's using power chords to do these riffs. As he's chugging this E going, he's playing these cool riffs that go. So I'm going to show you how to do it really slow, but you really have to practice this up to speed, because it really is a rhythm you have to get down. So the verse is comprised of 2 riffs using 3 power chords. Starting on the 5th fret is your first power chord. The second one's on the 7th fret, and then the 8th. The first variation of this just goes. So then he alternates to this other riff, which is simply just from the 5th fret, you're going to hold that power chord and you're going to slide to the 7th. And you're going to do that twice. The second part is very similar. It starts on the 2nd fret. So the second part of the verse is the same pattern, but he does these power chords on this A and the D string. And they're actually easier, I think, to play this pattern, because the first one, you're just going to use your pinky on the D string, 4th fret, play an open A. That's the first chord. Second one, you're just going to put your index finger down. The way I do it is all the way across, so you can hit that root note that's being played as well. Because all those notes are on the 2nd fret, so it's just easier for me to do it that way. First chord, second chord, third chord. So if you do it like this, it's just easier because you're just laying this finger down. So I'll play the chorus for you first so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll break it down. He starts on that 2nd fret. He starts with this index finger on the A string, 2nd fret. And then all the way up to this E. You're going to play index finger on the A string, 7th fret. Ring finger, 9th fret. D string. Slide it down to the 5th and 7th fret. From the 2nd fret, you're going to go. I'm going to do this part slow because it's kind of confusing, but once you get it down, it's super fun to play. So I think that's all I'm going to do for this video, guys. This is a pretty long song to do a tutorial for because there's so many pieces to it. So in the comments, let me know if you want to do part 2. I can do that as well. And we'll go from there. The rest of the song is just as much fun, if not more fun. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new here. We're going to do lots more content like this. I'll do as many tutorials as I can. In the comments, write what you guys want to learn, and I'll work on them for you. I'll see you next time.